Our Voice of the Valley, AM 1450 KBMW. Turner Blobs here for another edition of the Snap Spotlight. We do this every Friday on the Voice of the Valley, especially during sports season. You know, we might have a little bit of a lull in between seasons, but there's still a couple teams left. One of them being North Dakota State College of Science's football team, and I am joined by their quarterback, Graedyn Buell. How's it going today, Graedyn?
Awesome. It's great.
Yeah, you guys are heading to a national championship. You can't be in a bad mood at all.
No, not at all.
Best time of the year, and we'll obviously dive into that national championship team, but before we get into that, let's talk a little bit about what brought you to NDSCS all the way from Cheyenne, Wyoming.
Yeah, so when COVID kind of started messing up recruiting a little bit and everybody was getting extra years, I didn't have really any place to go, and my assistant basketball coach actually played basketball here.
Oh,
so,
really?
Yeah, so he got in touch with Izzy,
Okay.
Coach Izzy for me, and as soon as I started talking to Izzy, I knew it was going to be a great place with how he recruits, how he feels about his players. So once I kind of got an offer to come up here, I kind of jumped at it because I felt like it was a great opportunity.
Oh, it's great to hear that that alumni connection paying off for NDSCS. Yeah, make sure to pay it forward when you're an alum as well.
Absolutely.
Tell me a little bit about your freshman campaign and your first season at the helm of the team. I remember correctly, you were splitting time with TJ Owens, so you're in a QB battle with another talented quarterback. And what was that experience kind of like and eventually taking over the starting job?
Yeah, it was awesome. I learned a lot from TJ. He's actually one of my best friends now, so I love him to death. But it was great. I learned a lot from him, learning the reins of the offense, and that, I mean, having somebody like that knows what's going on so well to be able to teach me, help me, and then eventually I just did my thing, played football, and won that job.
And how would you describe your play style for people who haven't seen you play? I know TJ was definitely more of a running-oriented quarterback. You got more of a balance.
Yeah, I don't know. Everybody asks me all the time, and that's a tough question. I like to think I'm a pocket passer, but at the same time, I can take off and run when I need to. So
I was going to say your rushing yards do not reflect a pocket passer. That is for sure.
No, not at all. So I feel like I'm a pocket passer, but when everything breaks down, I like to get things done with my legs. Gotcha,
and run some read option as well.
Absolutely.
There you go. Prior to your arrival, I don't know if you were aware when you signed on to come to NDSCS, but they were a run team. What do you think it says about the coaching staff's confidence in you and the receiving corps as well, that you guys have evolved into more of a 50-50 kind of team?
Yeah, it means a lot. I mean, Coach Freeman does a great job of playing to his players, calling plays to who he has. And, I mean, we have the best athletes in the nation out on the edge with Brady Morgan, Marcelio. I mean, we have great receivers with Keymar and all those guys. So he just plays to what we do best, and we run by people. And I like to say I have an arm that can throw by people too. So he does a great job of that, and it means a lot to have that confidence behind us all the time.
Yeah, speaking of those receivers, how would you describe your relationship, building that connection with your receiving corps, build that trust, and especially Marcelio Mendez? You two have been putting up some numbers these last 2 years.
Yeah, I got a great relationship with all of them. They're all great guys. They're fun to be around. We have a lot of fun out there. And Marcelio is a freak of nature. He's one of a kind. I've never played with anybody like him. He's me and Coach Freeman like to say he's so twitchy. He like teleports. Like he'll catch a football and then all of a sudden he's just somewhere else. So it's pretty awesome to watch. It's pretty special to be on the same field with him and be able to throw the ball to him.
Has he bailed you out a few times?
He bailed me out more than a few times. He makes some incredible catches.
And what's it like, going to the NJCAA website, looking up some stat leaders, seeing yourself at the top for touchdown passes in the country for Division III, and then also seeing you at 5th in passing yards? That's got to be cool to see.
Yeah, it's awesome. It's a reflection of all the hard work we've put in, all the stuff we did from last spring to this fall, all that, and then it's a reflection of how good we are up front and how great of receivers we have. I mean, you can look at that and say, oh, yeah, it's awesome, I did this, I did that. But, I mean, without those guys up front working their butt off, doing their job, and then receivers always bailing me out, I wouldn't be there.
Yeah, I asked you about this before we got on the air, but I got to hear it again. How fun was that to avenge last year's playoff loss to M-State this year, and not only beat them, but also beat them to get the MCAC title? Yeah,
it was awesome. It was pretty special. We wanted that one bad, so to go get that one, it really we had a blast celebrating that one. That's for sure.
I was gonna say you guys have been building a little bit of a rivalry the last couple of years. So that's fun to see.
Yeah, it was a lot more fun to to win than lose, especially with us getting upset at home last year. It's pretty special to go to a MCAC championship and beat them, upset them this time.
Yep. You guys were the 2 seed; they were the 1 seed. And what would you say is the biggest difference from this year, from last year's team to this year, and that helped you guys get over the hump this year?
Yeah, we had a lot of great guys last year. I just think this year we came together a lot sooner. I think we had some bumps in the road, that including losing to Fergus Falls, that kind of brought us together. That didn't happen last year necessarily. So I think after we lost to Fergus Falls, we kind of all sat down and realized that we're going to have to do this together. And I think that helped us get over that hump.
Okay. The goal is always to win a national championship. How do you think you've been able to keep your focus on the goal and also kind of keep everybody else focused on it as well as the leader of this team?
Yeah, I think just coming in day to day and talking about it. A lot of people don't like to talk about it, but our philosophy is if you talk about it, you know what you need to go get done. And Coach Izzy always talks about it. He always says our goal is to go win a national championship. He said it after we beat Central Lakes in the playoffs that we got to where we were supposed to be. And then he said after we beat Fergus Falls in the MCAC championship that we got what we were supposed to get done. So we just always talk about it, knowing that that is our goal, and we're not going to shy away from it, not going to be scared about it at all. We're going to go get it done.
Describe your relationship with Coach Izzy.
Oh, I have a great relationship. I love that guy. He has my back through and through all the time. Gets after me when I needed to be get after. I mean, when I make a mistake on the field, he doesn't shy away from letting me know, and I love that. I wouldn't want it any other way. He's awesome. I love that guy.
He's a real guy. He's real all the time. I'll give you that.
Absolutely.
And you don't need to go into too much detail on specific schools or anything. But I assume you're moving on to a 4-year university. What would be the ideal fit for you at your next school?
Just a place where I feel at home, like here. Just a place where I can get along with my teammates, really feel comfortable with my coaches, create a great relationship with those guys, and learn offense and sling the football. That's what I want to do most. Sling that bad boy.
There you go. And your current major, and will that carry over to the next school you attend?
Yeah, so I kind of have been bouncing back and forth. Last year I took business, and now I kind of changed it up more into some medical field type stuff. But I just say I'm getting my generals right now, and then we'll figure it out from there.
All right, and I gotta let you get out. I know you're going hunting this weekend, so I gotta let you go. But before we, anything else you'd like to add, Graedyn?
No, I think tune in to the national championship game. It's going to be a blast, and we're gonna go get it done. Hopefully.
All right, sounds great. And want to let you guys know the snap schedule reminder for the upcoming week. Only one sporting event going on this week, Breckenridge football on the air. We'll have that on B92.7 FM pregame show starting up at 6:30 p.m. Opening kick set for 7 p.m. That's against Minneota, and it is in Alexandria. So that's your snap schedule reminder. And that'll do it for another Snap Spotlight. And thank you so much for joining, Graedyn, and good luck in the national championship.
Yeah, thank you.
All right, and before we wrap this up, a quick word from our sponsor. Snap Fitness, your locally owned gym in Wahpeton, wants to have you join their workout family. Snap offers personal training, and owner Renata Faub will even write up workout plans for you. If you're an athlete in the Twin Towns, Snap Fitness will help you make sure you're prepared for the upcoming sports season. To all the retired athletes over 65, Snap Fitness participates in the Silver Sneakers Insurance Program, and most major insurances reimburse for memberships to Snap. Stop by Snap Fitness today and ask about their membership packages. They're located at 102 7th Street South in Wahpeton.